Yeah, we back in the zone. Time to tighten the frame. Mind sharp, body strong. Yeah, we lifting the game. Fit Sanity, the crew. We be breaking the limits. No excuses, no fear. We go hard every minute. Take the great in the lab. Jordan holding it down. We talk health, real life. How to rise from the ground. If you ready for the change, take a breath, lock in. It's the podcast for the warriors. Let's begin. 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 Let's begin.
And welcome back to another episode of Fit Sanity. I'm your host, Tay the Great, and this is the show where real life meets real fitness. My co-host, Jordan, go ahead and talk to him.
It's your boy, J Wolf, a.k.a. Alpha Wolf, a.k.a. Wanna Walk the Sideways Through Doors. That's how we do. That's how we do.
All right, so today we got a really good episode for you guys. This is episode 4. And we have a great guest. It's going to be by the name of Tim. This episode is going to be about fuel in the body. And Tim's going to break down a lot of real nutrition and nutrition values and how it also ties into your sanity, exercising. Except Tim's a great trainer. He's a real heavy hitter. We're looking forward to everything he got to say. Bodybuilder, coach. And somebody that practices what he's preached, like he literally has on the Eat Your Bezzy shirts right now.
That is so true.
And it's green. The shirt's green, dog. Tim, go ahead.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me today. This is Tim. I got to have an AKA myself, AKA Coach Tim Motivates. Jordan, I can't let him have all the fun. Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun today.
Good. All right. So, Tim, how about you tell the people a little bit about your journey, your background? How long have you been doing this?
Oh, man. Let me see. Background, man, with me, I've been in training for well over 20 years now. I've worked in multiple settings. I've worked with brain injury patients. I've worked with burn patients. I've taught, kids how to run to somebody trying to get back to just moving and living independently from having massive stroke. Been active my whole life, played sports just like a lot of us have. Injuries cut that short, just like, some of us, and just wanted to figure out how to stay around the game.
Right.
And how to stay active and still be in the gym, and decided to become a trainer, and loved it ever since. It's been fun. It has its challenges, with clients sometimes.
Oh my God.
But hey, but for the most part, man, it's been fun. I've learned a lot over the 20 plus years I've been doing this, and I'm still learning every day. So if you feel like you've learned everything in this business, man, you're gonna sell yourself short because it changes constantly.
Right. I remember when I went to the gym, I first started working with Tim. I would always tell him, like, dude, I learned so much from you. Because it's one of those things for me to be a trainer that's been in it for a while. Yeah, I'm a good trainer, but you could always learn from someone else. I learned from both of these guys and anybody else that actually knows what they're talking about. But he's very knowledgeable. He knows what he's talking about, you guys. It's really impressive.
Yeah, even me as a trainer, I still have a trainer. So
there you go.
A trainer need a trainer as well. Just sometimes to motivate us as well. So.
Yeah,
you definitely motivate me, man. Because like I said, as being on the exact same the file box that we're on, I put my name underneath everybody, and didn't even realize it. Like, man, I put myself underneath the greats, so it worked out the way it's supposed to, man. So
hey, by the greats, who do you mean?
Oh, let's not discuss that. Putting the man in the middle at this point, man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, okay, so let's jump into nutrition, how do you guys feel about, do you guys think nutrition, would it be classified as one of the toughest things that we'd have to deal with as far as training?
It is probably the number one toughest, to be quite honest with you. People feel going to the gym and working out is hard. That's the easy part. Being able to stay consistent with your nutrition. And that means eating consistently. That means eating a balanced diet. That means getting the supplements you need and making sure you're having the right amount of calories, everything you need just for your body to function every day.
Right.
I mean, that is probably the hardest thing to do, is to make sure that your nutrition is on point. Workout is easy. Coming to the gym, pushing weight, that's easy.
Right.
But trying to make sure you have the proper nutrition to fuel your body to move the way it needs to move and to repair itself after workouts, that's the hard part.
Okay, I agree.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys remember me talking about that in segment 1 where we talked about, the iceberg. You're looking at 30% to 70. That 30% is going to be that workout. That other 70, that's going to be your nutrition. That's where it all counts. And so, like Tim just said, if you guys don't have that dialed down packed, them workouts don't mean nothing that if you go into the gym and, like we talked about earlier, that little small depression mode that you go into. But I mean, at the exact same time, again, nutrition is going to be the biggest part of anybody's workout, no matter what you're trying to do.
I agree. So what would you guys think of as far as nutrition? What are some of the myths that people have that we constantly have to fight, that you guys deal with?
Under eating, not eating enough.
Yeah.
I mean, people feel as if you eat less, you're going to lose weight, which you will to a certain point.
Right.
But you're actually doing your body more of a disadvantage because everything you do eat, your body is going to store a majority of that as fat.
Yep.
So that is why you have to eat more consistently to speed up the metabolism. The less you eat, your metabolism will slow down. That has been studies out there that's contradict each other. That's
right.
One said that doesn't matter, some say it do. But me personally, being in this business a long time and doing it, and also doing it myself, I feel eating less does more damage than not eating.
I agree.
So plus, you undereat, your body's, that's why you always say, oh, I'm not hungry. Well, because your body's going to slowly break down what you eating. It's going to try to store all of it because it needs the energy.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think under eating is probably the number one thing that just drives me up the wall.
Right. I would also, what you just said, the whole under eating part, there's a thing where it's just like, okay, your body does store that, right? If you're starving your body, it's going to hold on to everything, right? It's going to hold on to it because it doesn't know when it's going to get its next meal.
And then people look at it and it's like, okay, well, yeah, because the way your body burns is it's going to look for carbs first.
Right.
You know what I mean? So once it burn off your carbs, it's going to go through your stored fat.
Yep.
And then once it's depleted all they can from that, guess what's next?
Protein.
That muscle.
Oh yeah.
Your muscle.
You don't want to cut.
You don't want to cut that. So if you're at that point, that means you're in a starvation mode. Your body is starving.
Yeah, you can't cut.
You can't be there because now, you may be slim and you may lose weight, but you're going to be real soft. You're not going to have any muscle tone. It's what we call skinny fat.
Skinny fat.
You know? So, yeah, you're like, oh, I've lost weight. Yeah, you did. But where's the muscle? You lost a lot of muscle in the process. So.
Skinny fat.
Skinny fat.
Let's describe a skinny fat. What does that look like to you, Jordan?
I don't know. He got looking a little skinny with a little fat. I don't know, man. It's kind of
real soft.
It's
just no muscle tone. You can actually squeeze, and it's almost like those squish toys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ones like those squish balls, like people have for like stress relief. Yeah. That's almost what it feels like. That you can squeeze them, and that's all you feel. You don't feel no muscle at all.
So, how many of you out there actually feel like a squishy ball? Is what I want to know. So, with that being said, you don't want to be a squishy ball. Eat.
And you got to put the muscle on. You got to keep that.
I think the one thing I always, when people ask me about, as far as my nutrition and what I do and what I eat, it goes a long way of saying, hey, you got to eat like a dog, man. You got to eat. But at the exact same time, know what's good for you. Mm-hmm. Just because I say eat like a dog doesn't mean, I got to eat this, eat that. Again, it goes back to your nutrition. Mm-hmm. Go what's best for you at that point. And again, if you don't want to eat, there's really no point.
And other myths are people feel eating healthy is boring or expensive.
Yeah.
Which is not. Mm-hmm. It's more expensive for you to take that $30 because the average dinner right now is like almost $30 for one person, just about.
Man.
So you take that $30 and you can go to some of these big box stores like Sam's or Costco and buy in bulk and take that $30 and stretch it into at least 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 meals if you do it right.
I agree.
But you want to sit there and go eat, at a restaurant that eat that one meal that's high in fat and high in calories, and you ain't did no workout today, and it's probably the only meal that day, and that's, guess what? It's gonna store it all.
Yeah.
And you don't have to eat boring food to be healthy. You can still eat some of the things you enjoy. You just got to know in moderation. You got to know as far as how many calories you need to take in daily.
Right.
As long as you're within your calorie number, you can enjoy it.
We talk about this all the time at the gym. Me and Tim, we've definitely talked about that. You can eat whatever you want almost if you're hitting these calorie numbers. Now, I always say cut out the refined sugars. That's one thing I do tell my clients. I'm like, okay, the refined sugars can hurt you, but other than that, it's not that bad. It's not as hard as you guys think. Carbs are not bad.
Another one. Yeah.
Everything you do, like from the time you move your finger, that's carbs. So that's your first source of energy. And then, as you said, it goes carbs, fats, and then it just goes. You don't want to get past fats. If your body get past that, then you're going into protein and muscle stores, and that's not what you want to do.
Yeah. Carbs are your brain food.
Right.
If you ever seen a person that's on low carb or no carb, they're tired, they're sluggish, they have no energy. You need that. So you can't pull those completely out.
Whoa,
you know.
So how do you feel about keto? That's a good topic, right?
Well, keto, to me, I've tried it and it didn't work for me. Keto doesn't work for everybody.
Right.
So it may work for some, but keto is what high in fats.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but some it works for and some it doesn't. I just feel you just eat a balanced diet, you're going to get your results.
That's true.
All these different diets out here, I've tried them all. I've done keto, I've done a vegan diet, I've done a vegetarian, I've done keto, vegetarian, I've done it all because I want to see how my body responds to it.
Right.
Because, we deal with so many different clients and they come in, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's like, well, let me understand this actual, eating pattern that you have. Well, let me try it myself. And it's like sometimes your body responds, sometimes it doesn't. So, but if you just eat a balanced diet every day, you'll be fine.
Right.
You'll be fine. So,
do you guys feel like that's hard for most of our clients? It seems like that's the hardest thing to preach. Like,
yeah,
when I get a client and I'm like, okay, you're not losing weight, something's off. Okay, you guys see me train. Like, I don't do easy workouts.
No, you don't actually.
Like, I don't do anything easy. So it's like, if this isn't working, something else there's something else you're not doing, and more than likely it's in the diet.
It's always coming back to the food.
Right.
It's always going to come back to the food. Most people don't understand. It's like, okay, I'm not losing weight. Well, let's look at what you're eating a day. But what people got to understand also, that your calories are every single thing you put in your mouth to eat.
Yeah.
That includes chewing gum. That includes taking a mint.
Right.
All that stuff adds up as calories. So a lot of times you may be within your calorie number, but you've had one of those little fun size Snickers or, you know what I mean? Still like stuff like that. They sneak those little things in. I might have had a few gummies. Well, did you add those calories in? Well, it was only like 2 or 3. That's still calories. What is another thing people do when they cook at home? They test, they eat, they sample. Guess what? Those are calories.
That's true.
Better start checking those nutrition facts on the back of the candy bar.
Exactly. Yeah. But those are calories. When you're at home, you're cooking. Those are calories. You have to account for that. So if your calorie intake every day is say 1,500, but you had all those other little, snacks and things like that throughout the day, well, that 1,500 may be 22. But then you're not burning enough calories to burn that off. So guess what's going to happen? We're going to gain weight.
Right.
You have to pay attention to every little detail.
I hope you guys are paying attention.
For real, he done opened my eyes up because I didn't realize even just taste testing what you're fixing is
stuff you drink.
I'm telling you.
Everything is calories.
That was the reason I needed to bring.
I mean, shoot, at this point, I think air has calories in it. You never know. You might smell something like, ooh, some calories you might not be accounting for. You never know. So,
God.
So you mean to tell me, Tim, right now, every time I smell chicken in the air, that's a calorie?
It could be. We don't know, brother. And you never know nowadays. Something could be like, especially when you're working out hard and you're like, man, why am I not losing weight? Why am I not gaining? Well, something is off in my diet. It always, like I said, it always comes back to the food.
Right.
So anytime my client's like, I'm doing the program, I'm doing like, no, something's off.
Something's off.
I need you to write it down, track it, do something.
But most of the time when I feel like when I ask someone to track everything, I don't feel like I'm going to get everything.
You never do. You never get the whole
like
story. You never get the whole story.
Yeah, I'm like, should I even ask this? But when it's dire, I'm like, hey, I need you to write it down. I need you to track it. But
yep.
I think one of my clients, I asked her, I said, so how's your eating habits? And the first thing she goes, well, I had Smoothie King.
Sugar loaded.
I was like, well, how many times do I have to tell you about Smoothie King? Well, I just love it so much. I said, yeah, it loves you so much. It's gonna stay where it is.
You know, and that's when you go to their website and you pull up her drink from Smoothie King and you show her the breakdown. And you show her and you say, you know what? Look how much sugar you're taking in. Look how many calories is in this. Well, it's only a 28 ounce.
That's
or
your
32.
problem. You said it's only. And
it's
I'm telling
only.
You.
But how many times a day are you at this place?
Yeah, that's
how many
true.
onlys are you going to do?
It's because it's misleading, right? If
Very
you really
much.
think about it, you go to somewhere like Smoothie King, you look at the label, they're not thinking, like, because I've even been after a workout, but
for sure.
I'm gaining weight. I'm on the opposite end, right? I'm intentionally, you know, so on that end, you go, it'll show like, all green juice. And, can you add protein? You can do this, you can do that. That's misleading.
But then when you really start breaking it down and you start looking at the actual ingredients and everything, and so a lot of times what they do is they'll show you, it's healthy, but they hide in different sugars and other things too.
What's that one they call it? What most companies do? They call it protein spiking.
Yeah. So you gotta be careful. You gotta pay attention.
I mean, Smoothie King, we good if y'all want to sponsor.
Yeah,
we still like y'all.
Yeah,
it's just,
we enjoy for you to go to Smoothie. People that go to Smoothie King. It's just we don't want them going to that like 2 or 3 times a day.
Exactly.
You know.
But Uncrustables, we love you though. So hey.
You see, all right. So one thing that I guess that bothers us all about it is the fact that we know you can't outwork a bad diet. And so another thing that could help is supplements, right? How you guys feel about supplements?
Supplements are essential, to be quite honest with you, because there's no way you can get the amount of nutrients you need from the food. You cannot eat that amount of food. Yeah. The amount of food you would have to take in is crazy. You won't be able to do it. So it's essential for you to have supplements, especially a multivitamin.
Right.
Everybody needs a multivitamin.
I feel like that's the first one. That's basic.
That's basic.
Level of what you should. And it doesn't even matter what age you are. If you're working out, even if you're not working out, you should be taking a multivitamin. I guarantee you're not getting everything you need.
You know, zinc, vitamin D, magnesium to help you sleep.
And you got a lot of people that's low on iron.
You know, and these are a lot of things that you may be eating well, and you like, I'm still just not feeling myself. I'm not feeling well. Well, it's because you may be deficient in some things. Our bodies will tell us when we're deficient in things. You'll know because your energy level may be off. You may not be sleeping well. Your hunger, may spike. It could be a number of things. Right. So to me, supplements are definitely essential to your everyday, and it's something you're going to take. You need to take every day. Okay. Calcium, for our bones and things like that. Maybe a joint support, for our knees and our joints. Right. But it's definitely need those things.
Yeah. What are some of the supplements you guys take? Jordan, you want to start?
Right now, I'm actually affiliated with this company called Transparent Labs. So far, man, their products to me have been the best, especially the creatine HMB that I'm taking with them, along with their protein. And I've seen dramatic gains from it. And I can't say anything else less about them, man. Like I said, they've been good to me. I've been good to them. So, hey. That's pretty much the protein and the creatine that I've been taking. Again, Transparent Labs and putting you guys on the map. So that's what I'm using right now.
Me, I take vitamin D. I take my zinc, magnesium. I take that before I go to bed at night, and it helps me sleep. It actually calms me down. It calms my mental and my brain to help me actually go to bed. CQ10, my fish oils. Oh, wow. All those basic supplements, my multivitamin. Those are the things that I take on a daily. And I make sure I don't miss, joint support. My super antioxidants, getting ready to be flu season out here. I want to make sure that I'm staying as healthy as possible. I feel like I'm bulletproof after having COVID, to be honest with you, because I had it 5 years ago. I still can't smell anything. Never got my smell back. Wow. I haven't had a sniffle or cough or sneeze or anything since.
But you can't smell anything?
I can't smell a thing.
Not even a fart?
I can't smell nothing.
Lucky.
Nothing. It's a blessing and a curse because, one, I can't smell danger. So if it's smoke or gas, I'm done. I mean, we sing in the upper room on me. You know what I mean? But it's some things I don't want to smell.
Yeah.
So especially when you got some of them clients and some people in the gym, you're like, woo. Like, man, you should have showered before you came to the gym,
bro. I will say this, and I'm not trying to talk about COVID, but man, the thing that COVID gave me was shortness of breath, dog.
Yeah,
I still have that to this day. Like, there's no way when I'm doing like any type of cardio, I'm not out of breath at some point.
Really?
And it hits me hard. I can be walking my dog, and I'm just like, hold on, Zeus. We're going to take a little bit of a break.
But I think what helped me was the supplements I did take.
Right.
I took the zinc. I took all the things that I needed, my vitamin D and vitamin C, all the different essential vitamins and things that I needed, and my multivitamins. So I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't have it as bad.
Right.
But I can't smell nothing. So when I buy food, if I buy something, I have to eat it within that expiration time or drink it within that, because I can't smell it if it's gone bad.
You can taste it, but you can't smell it.
My taste is still off a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's getting better because I've actually upped my zinc. And I think that is actually, after doing some research and just kind of seeing what some of the studies out there, zinc is actually one of the supplements that if you're really deficient in it, it actually will hurt your smell. Even if you didn't have COVID, if you have like issues smelling and tasting, chances are you may be a little low on zinc.
All right. So you guys, you got this. These are bodybuilders in the room with me. I'm not a bodybuilder. I just look like it. but these guys, they're still doing research. They're still finding out information. Go ahead, Jordan.
You already had some on my mind. So with that being said, like I said, I've been doing this for 14 years bodybuilding wise, and I'm still learning, like as we all still learning about our bodies and what needs to be intaked and how to improve ourselves. But I do want to direct this question toward Tim because I feel like it needs to be known. I know there's a lot of categories out there when it comes to bodybuilding. You have your natty bodybuilders, you have your you have your bodybuilders. Tim, the question that I would ask, because I've always get asked this question, am I natty? When people ask me, "Oh man, dude, are you natty?" How do you take that, or how would you answer that question if someone was to ask you that question?
Man, listen, and I may get a little flack for this, but I feel if you're taking some sort of supplement, you're not natural.
Man,
right.
That's just the way I feel. If you're taking something, any type of supplements during to me, natty is someone who is not taking anything. You're getting everything from your nutrition and your cardio.
And that's very few, because we all take protein.
Everybody takes something.
We all take a little protein. I take protein.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big person on protein, but I rather eat my food.
Right.
You know what I mean? I rather get my protein and things from my food. But yeah, it's just me. I just feel, personally, it's nobody else's opinion. It's just my personal opinion. I feel if you're taking some sort of supplement of some kind of anything, you're not natural. That's just me.
That makes sense.
Because I don't think anybody's completely natural. I just feel that sometimes. But like I said, don't let people come out here trying to find me on social media and talk trash. It's just my personal opinion. So,
all right. So don't come after us.
Please do not.
Yeah, please.
He's just talking. What about you, Jordan? What would you define as natural?
Man, it's kind of hard. I mean, to be honest with you, in this day and time, you really can't tell who's natural. As far as somebody having raw strength at something, but it's hard to tell. At this point right now, we can all become superhuman at this point.
Right.
You know, I really don't have a good definition, to be honest with you.
But here's the question: does it even matter?
You still got to get in the gym and bust your butt.
You see what I'm saying?
You know, whether you're natural or you're taking some type of something, you know, injecting something, whatever the case may be, you still got to get in the gym and work. You still got to do the nutrition. You still got to do all the same steps.
That's what I.
So
that's what
who
I say.
cares if somebody's natural or not?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still in here doing the same thing you're doing. I'm busting my butt in here.
You just chose to take it a level
exactly.
further.
Exactly.
And if you don't like it, you don't have to. I mean, it's not my thing to like, but I don't judge anybody who do it. Like,
I can care less what you want. I'm focused on me. I can care less what you taking or not taking.
Exactly. Get the body that you want. Don't let anybody make you feel bad.
Because everybody's different. Everybody's going to have different journeys. Everybody's going to prep different. Everybody's going to work out different. Everybody's going to have different food intake. So nobody's the same. So who cares who's what?
I agree.
And like I said before, you know, folks, and again, Tim just said it. When we said it many times, but then again, have another guest on here saying the exact same thing. That one road is fitness, but everyone comes from a different past, different background. But we're all connected into that one that one line, which is fitness. So at some point, hey, no matter how you get there, it was a little funny quote. I think I sent it to you earlier with Stewie. It didn't really make any sense, but he said, doesn't matter how you get to the pot of gold as long as you beat the leprechauns.
For real. Absolutely.
That's facts. That's facts. So what we need to do now, let's help the people, right? So we know about nutrition. Some of our clients listen to this. They should, right?
Yeah.
But we know about nutrition. So let's help actually build them a realistic meal plan. Right? Something simple, something sustainable, maybe efficient.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that the main thing about nutrition is being consistent with your food, eating consistently throughout the day, making sure that you don't go past, I think studies have shown, I think it's 3 hours.
Right.
So every 3 hours or so, you should try to eat something, whether you're hungry or not. Don't have to be a big, huge meal, but eat something.
Right.
Because that keeps your metabolism burning all day long. So that's really what it comes down to when building a meal plan. You don't have to have, like, you know, dry chicken breast and, you know, no salt on your broccoli type stuff. I think when most people hear eating healthy, that's what they think. They think bland, you know, dry, no taste and nothing like that, eating cardboard. That's not the case.
Yeah.
You can still season your food, people.
Yeah.
You know, it is really, you know, you got to figure out. Okay. So I have a quick story. I have a client, right? She was working with a registered dietitian.
Right.
Right. And I started looking over some of the things that she was doing as far as her meals. And I asked her one day, I was like, well, how many calories are you taking in daily? She's like, well, they don't want me counting calories. I was like, so how do you know what you need to burn daily? I said, in order for you to like lose weight. She's like, well, she don't want me counting calories. I said, I tell you what, I'm not trying to go against your dietitian.
Right.
I said, but can you do it this way for me? You know, this is how many calories I want you to take in every day. This is the workout, so I want you to burn. And let's see where you are in 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
We went 2-3 weeks. Actually, we went a month. And I checked her again. She was down 10 pounds.
Holy crap.
Doing it just the way I said, hey, try it this way.
Right.
She had been stuck at the same weight for months. So she actually made her dietitian mad. So she went to her dietitian and told her, she's like, hey, I've been doing it the way my trainer wanted me to do it, and I'm down 10 pounds. Don't you know her dietitian fired her? Tell her, well, you know what? You just listen to him.
Oh, wow.
So because I basically not really go against, I went against what she was saying because it didn't make sense.
Right.
And I don't think my client understood it either. So people look, they may, I don't really want to count calories. Well, you kind of have to.
Yeah. If you want to know what you're taking
you got to know what you're taking in every day. So when it comes to meal plans, you got to know how many calories that you're taking every day so you can know how to divide those calories between those meals. So, trying to build someone, it's going to be individual for everybody.
Aren't us trainers and dietitians supposed to be on a one team?
You would think so.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so. I mean,
Yeah.
we're the ones that put them through the workout. We would hope that you would be the ones that help us out while you giving them the actual diet that they need. I would thought we would be on the exact same team with that.
And I even told her, I said, hey, have your dietitian, give me a call. And she and I work together to figure out what's going on with your, why you're not losing weight.
Right.
I mean, you've been stuck at this, I think it was like 195 for like almost 6, 7, 8 months.
Wow.
I'm like, and I had you do this for 1 month and we lost basically 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, who was right? I mean, I hate to say it was me, but it kind of looks that way.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, when it comes to building a meal plan, it's trying to find something that for people to easy for them to follow,
Right.
and for them to want to do it. So, it's trying to make it as easy for them as possible.
Right. So, and I don't think do you guys have a couple of, let's see, can we throw some foods out there that'll kind of resonate with people? Like, could you thinking the regular person goes to the grocery store? No, you hear everyone says chicken breast. I'm going to be honest with you guys. My body fat is not high, and I never eat chicken breast. I always go with a chicken thigh. And that's just me personally. Yeah. I might go with brown rice for the complex carbs and some veggies, but other than that, I am not eating dry chicken breast.
Yeah, and everybody's different. And everybody, like me, my body responds better to chicken.
Right.
I can have chicken. I eat like cold water fish. Whether it be cod or flounder or bass or something to that effect. I eat salmon. I'm not a big fan of it, but I will eat it. Especially when I'm prepping for a show, I kind of throw that in there, especially when I start kind of pulling my carbs back. My body does better with white rice.
Okay.
I'd use jasmine rice.
Oh.
I can do jasmine rice, and I can do a little bit of sweet potato.
Okay.
Maybe even throw some like red potatoes in there from time to time as for my carbs.
Right.
Vegetables, the greener the better.
Yeah.
And you can load up on vegetables, which is great.
You can eat as many as you can. Right?
Yeah, you can load up on vegetables. Yeah. Different vegetables that people pretty much buy in the stores all the time, or things like asparagus and broccoli and spinach.
Spinach is really good because you can put it in anything.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna, if it changes the taste, it's probably gonna be positive.
Yeah.
You can put it in your eggs.
You put it in anything. Smoothie. You can blend it in juice. You can juice it.
Yeah.
I never did like spinach, so I started watching Popeye.
Everybody,
and I started liking spinach. So it's also one other thing I was saying too on our first segments, and now you guys can actually hear me a little bit better. But like I was saying, know your actual blood type as well. That also helps. Like you said, for these two gentlemen in the room with me, they can have chicken. I really can't have chicken like that, which again, like I said, it's in a moderation type deal that I have to have it in. But it has to be to a grilled perfection for me to actually eat it, because my body doesn't agree with it, and it has a lot of lectin, which again, it turns into, gives me that fat, and I don't like that. So again, knowing your blood type and knowing exactly what you can eat definitely goes a long way as well. But again, like we just said, make your diet fun. If you're eating that, again, bland chicken, and you like, man, I got to eat this bicycle seat for the next 7 days.
Shredded cardboard.
Once you cut it up in like little bitty pieces and eat it that way, again, it doesn't have to be boring. You're making it boring.
Yeah, you can season that chicken as many 38,000 ways to Sunday.
Lemon pepper chicken.
You can do all kind of stuff with it. Also like lean ground beef. Some people can eat it, some can't. Yeah. Okay. Now turkey. Turkey. Let me give you an example. So I was prepping for a show, and I was 5 weeks out.
Right.
And I should have been a lot leaner than what I was, right? And I'm like, what is going on? So my coach, she was like, what's up with the food? Let's look at the food. And I started telling her everything I was eating, and she was like, how much turkey are you eating? I'm like, I'm eating it every day. She's like, boy, if you don't stop. I was like, what? She's like, no, turkey sometimes in men, and I read this in a study too, that it's high in estrogen. So it was dropping my test levels, which would made it hard for me to lean out. So, but it works different for everybody.
See,
So, but if you take, but once I took it out, I mean, I start to lean out a lot faster and everything was good.
Right.
But yeah, turkey can definitely be a little bit higher in estrogen. I read that too. So it's something that you got to kind of watch, especially in men. You can eat it, but you don't want to eat it like every day,
you gotta know
Okay,
your
definitely
body.
say-
all day long.
If you saw me and the look on me and Jordan's face when he said that, we were both.
Because the thing I'm looking at is, hey, here's my family listening to this on Thanksgiving Day. You better not feed me turkey.
You know, you can eat it. You can eat it. But turkey also is good for helping you go to sleep.
Yeah.
That is true.
You know, so-
get that itis.
Yeah.
See, and then yeah.
And
So
that's
I go high in ground turkey sometimes, but again, I'm almost at my weight goal, so
Yeah.
I'm cool. I needed to do that.
I'll throw it in during prep. You know, I don't really eat it a lot outside of prep.
Right.
You know, I'll throw it in just to kind of mix it up from time to time. So I'm pretty much will replace that ground turkey with ground bison
That
with
is
another
really
very lean
That's
meat.
lean.
And but you have to season it very well because
Gamey.
it can be a little gamey from time to time.
Yeah.
But I actually love it. I like it a lot. So I replaced that ground turkey with ground bison. I do a
it
little bit
sounds
of
good right about
lean
now.
ground beef from time to time.
Yeah.
So,
What's the gamiest thing y'all have ever tried?
ooh, man, I'm from the country, brother.
What
I mean,
have you tried?
oh, I see. I've had raccoon.
Oh, come on.
I second that.
I've
You
had
had raccoon too?
I've had rabbit.
I have had rabbit.
Yeah. My cousin killed some squirrels one day. I told him I draw the line at the
I
squirrel.
was going to say, don't tell me you ate a squirrel.
No,
No.
I draw the line at the squirrel. But even wild hog is good, but it can be very, very, very gamey sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. So the best way, like my family there, I called my uncle the other day. I want to go hog hunting. I hadn't did that in a long time. But they take it out into the smokehouse in the back and they smoke it, and it's actually really good smoked.
Okay.
Yeah, but it could be very gamey.
You ever heard deer?
Deer.
Deer is gamey
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Deer is so good, though.
It is. It is.
It is
Some good deer
good.
sausage or deer chili. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
eating a jerky. I guess it depends on where you get it, because I've had really good deer meat, and I've had really gamey deer
Deer
meat.
meat,
Where
yeah.
I was like, bro,
You must got that from up in West Texas somewhere.
I was actually in New Mexico.
See what I'm saying? There it is. There you go. You gotta get that good deer down here in East Texas.
Yeah,
brother.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, when I had to go, I
Yeah,
was
it's
here,
got it's where
and then it
it's
was
right
really
down here.
gamey.
Yeah, but yeah, but some of those
actually
things
makes
could be very gamey.
All right, so let's go with muscle gain versus fat loss and nutrition. What are some of the things we feel like people can learn or should do?
Resistance training. Definitely continuous resistance training.
Right.
The more muscle you put on, the more fat you'll burn.
There you go.
So you have to gain that muscle to burn the fat.
I mean, to lift heavier weight,
Yeah.
y'all. More reps, heavier
Yeah,
weight.
you know,
Ronnie Coleman wasn't lying.
no, you gotta do that. You gotta do that. You're gonna build the muscle. The more muscle you, but this is another misconception we get a lot of too, especially when it comes to our ladies. I don't want to be big like a man. Well,
Yeah.
you can't unless you got something that's kind of helping you get that way.
Right.
I mean, you'll have muscle definition. You'll be lean. You'll be able to see the cuts.
Right.
But you can't grow
It's
like
not
that.
possible.
You can't do that
Yeah.
unless you just have a high output of testosterone, which some women do.
Right.
Some do, but that's what causes them to maybe a little bit bigger. You know, but for the most part, yeah, you can't. So you gotta lift. You gotta put that muscle on. You gotta do resistance training. It also just helps with everything. It helps with your balance. It helps with your joints.
Right.
Just to be long and lean.
Right.
So that's one of the biggest things.
I agree. About you, Jordan, what do you think?
I mean, honestly, coming from Tim, I can't piggyback off that. I mean, seriously, I mean, it's a lot. It's what he's saying. That's exactly what's going to have to happen. And there's no more I can really add to that, to be honest.
Okay.
I need everybody to stop being afraid of lifting
Yeah. Yeah.
and do the whole body, not just certain groups do the upper body and certain groups do the lower body.
This is what I was going to say. So about 4 months ago, I switched to this whole that right there, what you just said. So at first I would have leg day, chest day, back day. I would just switch it up. But now it's like I do a little bit of everything every time that I'm in there. And
Got to.
I feel like it's made the world of difference for me in dropping body fat. It's been ridiculous for me.
And legs are the key to a lot of things too. We have a lot of people that shy away from doing legs, but legs also help kick up your natural testosterone levels.
Yes, sir.
So me as a man, I do legs twice, maybe 3 times a week.
Yeah, me too.
Myself, you know, you don't have to go like crazy and load up the leg press with 1,500 pounds on that you're doing half reps on. Yeah, I said it because we see it.
Say it again.
I said it because we see it a lot. But
you putting up 850 and you probably only doing what?
Yeah.
Not even a full rep range.
Yeah.
Taking that
Absolutely.
thing down a couple inches.
yeah,
And then scream.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
That's that ego lifting.
Yeah.
I can't stand
Dude, I'm
that.
almost 50. I don't have time to ego lift anymore. My shoulders can't take that.
What's the perfect range? I would say in between. As long as you can do at least 8 or more reps, then you can probably stick within that weight, right?
Usually, how I look at it, if you're going heavy, 6 to 8 reps. If you have to push it 5 to 6, I mean not 5 to 6, 4 to 6. And I said, again, when you're going heavy, you want to make sure you stay in that stable rep range, because doing 15 reps of 1,000 pounds on whatever it's too much.
Right.
You're not giving your body enough time to actually rest itself by you doing that. You're overloading yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to think about the weight that you're lifting too. Like, and also your age. If you're like, I don't even want to, like, if you're in your 50s, maybe 40s, like, maybe it's time to kind of the 1 to 2 rep range. We should probably be in the 8 to 10 rep range at that point.
Yeah.
Because we're thinking about functional movement. We want to use our muscles, use our body.
And you get those guys coming out. Yeah, man, I used to play football. Well, I'm like, are you still playing football at 52? Are we still on the field? We playing what? U37 around this joint? I mean, so why are you still training in that rep range? Why are you still training that way? You're not a football player anymore. You were almost a granddad. Come on, man.
And it has to be functional. If
Right.
You make it, like, I feel like if you're working out, you're healthy. At least if something happened right now, we should all be able to run out of this building to our cars without getting
Get snatched.
right. So think about that. Think about if you're at a public event, can you run to get yourself out of trouble?
Yeah.
If you can't, you probably want to think about that.
Yeah.
Like, I've definitely trained with guys that came in a lot bigger, told me they used to lift a lot of heavy, but their bones hurt.
Another thing too, flexibility, mobility, stretching. That's important.
Yeah.
It is so key. That's how people, end up tearing muscles because they're just so tight.
Yeah.
So flexibility, mobility, stretching, please incorporate that in there and do a proper warm up before you start coming in the gym and just throwing weight on the bar.
Yeah.
Warm your shoulders up,
And
warm your hips up before you start doing some type of squats.
You remember those exercises you do as a kid, the little arm circles,
Yeah.
and back circles?
Yeah.
Take it back toward there. I
Yeah.
mean, to be honest, people may think you look funny, but at the exact same time, at least your flexibility is going to be in
Absolutely.
motion.
Right.
Make fun of me all if you want to. I could care less.
Yep.
I care about my body.
My warm up is 45 minutes.
See.
See,
You
okay.
know, my
See,
warm up is 40 because I got to flex, I got to stretch, I got to foam roll, I got to do some dynamic warm ups. So all of that is done before I even start any kind of weights.
Right.
Because I have to. I'm like I said, man. I'll be 50 next month. Man. I mean 49 next month, man. These old knees and took a beating over the years.
Right.
Heavy squats and lifting, and it's like I just can't go in there and do the things I used to do in the gym.
Right.
So that's why this this prep starting in January is gonna be interesting. We're gonna see how it goes.
But that like I said, you've done this before. You've prepped before. You've been there, and we're sitting here. We're telling you guys, make sure you're paying attention to that stuff. Warming up, dynamic stretching. Any client that I have can attest to what we do. They already know to go to the turf area and start stretching. We got to do dynamic stretching because
And warm your core up.
yeah,
Warm your core up. Do some
I agree.
crunches to start out. Do some ball rotations.
Yeah.
Do some things to warm your core up.
I agree. All right, so let's go with so we're getting toward the end. let's go with some of Tim's top nutrition rules. Like, Tim, drop some. This is gonna be a time where we're gonna let Tim just drop some knowledge on us for a minute.
All right. Well, I tell you what. So, what people don't understand also that nutrition plays a part in your sleep and your mental health.
I was gonna
sleep
ask about that.
is so key to your body repairing itself and resetting overnight. Right.
Right.
So, things you want to watch before you go to bed. You want to watch foods that's highly in fat and sugars. Those things you want to be careful with before you go to bed. Your caffeine intake. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm 100% transparent. You guys know that. I'm horrible with energy drinks. Right. I'm trying my best to get off of them, but it's so hard. But it's almost essential to what we do just to keep going after seeing client after client after client.
Right.
But a lot of people take so much caffeine in, and it disrupts their sleep. That's what causes insomnia. That also causes anxiety. It also causes depression. It also causes, just messes up your entire cognitive function. So you really want to watch your caffeine intake. For years you've seen different studies that say, hey, you don't want to take any caffeine in between 2 and 3 hours before bed. Well, now it's more like 6 to 8 hours.
Wow.
Because it takes almost 10 hours for caffeine to pass through the body.
See, that's good information.
You know what I mean? So it takes longer. So if you're like, all right, well, my last drink, caffeine wise was at, 5 o'clock, but my bedtime is at like 8 or 9. Well, chances are you might get into bed at that time, but guess what's going to happen? You're going to lay there and you probably won't fall asleep till almost midnight or 1 o'clock.
Right.
And then you're up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Then you wake up, then you're trying to figure out why you don't feel well. Well, your anxiety is bad because you got poor sleep.
Right.
So those are some of the things that we really, really, really will really affect your overall, mental health when it comes to it. Make sure you stay balanced diet. Keep your diet balanced. Make sure you got a protein, fat, and carb with everything. Try to eat your food versus drinking your food. You get a lot of people want to drink just protein shake. Well, your body's going to take so much of it, it's going to eliminate whatever it don't need. If you eat, your body breaks it down a little bit slower and you stay more full throughout that time frame. Where if you drink it goes through you pretty quick because you're either going to go to the bathroom and pee it out or it's going to come out some other way. Right? So, but it's going to come right through you, Right. So really just stay balanced on your foods. Again, stay consistent with your food. Make sure you stay consistent throughout the day. Don't try not to miss meals. I know it's tough because we're always on the go. Everybody's on the go. But just to give you a little tidbit. Now, if you're out and about and you realize I've only eaten one time today and I'm starving, at that point, eat something.
Right.
Just eat something.
Right.
Your body's going to love you for it because your energy level is going to be up and your body's going to need it. So just don't go all day without eating.
That's one thing I have to ask before we get out of here. Intermittent fasting. How do you guys feel about that?
I do it.
You do it?
I do it overnight.
How many hours? Wait, what do you mean?
My last meal every day is at 7. I don't eat anything past 7, and I don't break my fast till about noon.
Okay.
So all my food is between 12 and 7.
Okay, so we all have a strategy.
Yeah, I eat all in between.
Don't eat until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, from morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
but I eat late though.
Yeah. Well, like I said, 12 is normally good for me.
Right.
Because, a lot of times I do my cardio fasted. Doing fasted cardio is actually good. I actually work out fasted. That's just me.
Yeah.
Because your body, it's been proven your body burns a little bit more, between 25-30% more fat by doing fasted cardio.
Listen, y'all.
Dropping
dimes on us.
Big time.
Yeah, and even just when you working out, man, my chair's squeaking. Even when working out,
you can't smell it, but we can.
So sometimes you might want to eat a little something before you work out, because sometimes working out hungry, you get just like I can't work out, I gotta go eat.
Yeah.
But if you're eating consistently throughout the day, you won't have that problem.
Yeah.
But those are some of the biggest things for me. Trying to think what else would be a good one. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's all I got. Yeah.
Let's go with a quick rapid fire on you, Tim.
All right, what you got?
Any questions you got, Jordan? We're going to hit them with. So, first one, favorite workout?
My favorite workout?
Your favorite
body
workout.
part or just
Just your favorite workout, period. Your go-to. What you gonna do?
man? And it shows is I love shoulders
Yeah.
and back. Those are my favorite workouts to do.
Okay.
My least favorite
Uh-huh.
is chest. I am
is your
different from
least
most
favorite.
men. Most
Yeah.
men love chest. No,
Yeah.
no.
I love legs, man.
I can do legs. I'd rather do legs 3 times a week before I do chest once. You know what I mean? But it shows when I'm on stage. So that's really a focal point for me is just get my chest to catch up to my shoulders.
Okay.
But yeah, back and shoulders are my favorite.
All right.
So I guess besides the workouts, I guess the question I would have, because we all have it, what would be your actual go-to snack?
There it is. There it is.
Oh, my go-to snack? That's a good one.
Because I like Uncrustables.
No, man, you know what? You know what my go-to snack, and it sounds crazy, is I love honey roasted cashews.
Okay.
Or my guilty snack is baked Cheetos.
Oh yeah.
Oh my boy, I can eat a bag of baked Cheetos. I could sit there and just eat that whole bag.
I'm gonna unhealthy this up real quick. You ever put hot sauce on those Cheetos?
Oh, I get the ones with the flaming hot baked hot
I was
Cheetos.
gonna
Yeah,
say, yeah.
the lemon ones.
The
Yeah,
lemon.
Yeah. But yeah, man, those are the things that I normally go to. It's like I bought something the other day, and this lady's like, "A trainer eating Cheetos?" I was like, "Mind your business, lady."
Hey, we have our downfalls.
I was gonna say, we human too.
Yeah, come on
you
now.
know?
Have a
Like,
couple
we have our
Cheetos.
guilty pleasures.
Yeah. All right. What is what's your go-to mental health reset?
What I need to get back to doing, what I used to do a lot, is I meditate.
Okay.
I will meditate for at least 10 minutes,
Okay.
whether it's sitting in the car, whether it's, sitting, at home or whatever. I try to give myself at least 10 minutes in the morning when I get up. I normally try to check my phone, but, I got to say who canceling, who ain't coming in. But for the most part, yeah, I try to give myself at least 5 to 10 minutes where I just sit there and just be at peace. No TV, no radio, no phones, no nothing.
That's a great
I
idea.
just sit there and just kind of reset.
And connect with
Just work on my breathing, dealing with my breathing, controlling my heart rate.
Okay.
Because I know.
Doesn't it feel like deja vu?
Yeah, you just said
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You said in the last episode.
Yeah.
Literally just feels like
I do,
deja
I
vu.
do. Yeah, meditating is good. It's great.
All right. So, all right. Last thing, give me a quote that you live by. It's gonna help people out.
Ooh,
Give me a good one.
you know what?
Word of the day.
You know what? Let me go to it because I just sent this one to someone the other day that I was like, you know what? That is definitely me, 100%. That my quote is: "Health and wellness is not a destination. It's a daily practice of nourishing your body, spirit, and mental."
There we go. That's a word. I love
Yes, that is. I was like, you know what? That is so true.
that. Yeah.
It's like most people just think it is a chore, and it's not. It don't have to be.
Right.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Once you get into a routine, it's easy. It's so easy.
I love that.
And was that Gainsulations 1 and 3?
I love that. too.
Gainsulations. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Guys, again, if you know someone who could use this information, please please share, please follow the podcast. Hopefully we'll be getting YouTube together pretty soon, but
Yes.
it's available on all other streaming platforms. I'm also probably going to put it on iHeartRadio pretty soon.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Okay, man,
Yeah,
we're
so-
trying to make this thing go out as much as we can, guys. Like I said, just bear with us. If you have any suggestions, please. If any other podcasters that are listening to this as well, please reach out. I mean, the more help we can, or the more help we can get, is better off as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and then and like I said, man, if people, if you have any type of feedback, I mean, we're not opposed to good criticism.
Please.
If you got something that hey, that could help us, or something you didn't like, or something you want to just us to do more research on. If you didn't like my answer or our answers,
They may come after you for that 90 compliment.
that's fine. that's fine. That is okay.
We'll be able to answer.
We got your back, though.
That's okay. It's just hey man, it's always that's one thing that just kills me online. It's just like, oh it's natural. You got to have this and that. Like, man, I'm still in the gym busting my butt
Right.
every single day. So what difference does it make? Who really cares?
Oh, Nobody cares.
You
I
know?
don't think. I think it's just sometimes it's just blind criticism.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there's a little bit of frustration if you're one of those guys or girls that's trying to hit your goals and you're a little frustrated. You see someone else say, hey, there's no way that's natural. They got to be taking something.
Yeah.
Well, they probably are taking something, but maybe you should too. Like,
But sometimes just go up to them, say, hey, man, you know what? You know, I see, you know, you're in here, you know, just kind of help me out.
Right.
Ask them.
exactly.
I mean, don't sit there and just make assumptions about people.
Exactly, because it doesn't have. For the longest, I just started taking protein, creatine, all this a couple of months ago. Like literally, I would take protein here and there, but I was never consistent with anything. So, but I've always been fit. But it was just one of those things to where ask the question, before you just assume we're all on steroids and we're just all a bunch of meatheads.
You know,
out
what gets
here.
me? People always say, "Hey man, you work out?" And I tell people all the time, "Nah, man, I just got out. I did like 15 years, bro. I just got out, man." And watch how quick they walk away from you, leave you alone. Hey man, you work out, man? What you bench, man? I don't even know, man. I did a bunch of calisthenics in the jail, man. You know,
Cell block 1, you know what I mean?
like, man, you know, I did a bunch of push-ups and dips, man. That's how I got like this.
I love that.
How long you in? 15, bro. And leave you alone.
I might have to use that one day.
Oh,
right.
I use it all the time. I use it
love
all the time. And it's always like, man, what you bench? Man, I don't know. I don't go in the gym to see how much I can bench.
Yeah, not at this point. No.
I'm going here
That's
just
like,
trying to be healthy.
when you're playing sports and coming up, that's when you do that. Or if you're like in a competition.
Yeah.
But if you're just we don't do that
Yeah,
anymore
exactly.
at this point.
Exactly.
But yeah, guys, we appreciate you coming to another episode. Again, like, share the podcast as much as you can. And if you have any questions, remember, drop them in a chat, comment, post on Spotify or one of those things. And also reach out to myself at D Great on TikTok and Instagram. Also, TaylorMade Fitness Training on Instagram. Jordan, you want to go ahead and give out your handle?
Of course, and the same thing with me is Alpha Wolf _ bodybuilding. That's both with TikTok and with IG. And I'm trying to put on another platform if I can, which will be pretty soon. But right now, those are my two handles is Alpha Wolf _ bodybuilding. So please, feedback from me. Just let me know. Hit me up.
Tim.
On IG, Coach Tim Motivates. Same on, I just recently got TikTok. I tried everything I could not to get TikTok, but it's the same on TikTok. Coach Tim Motivates, IG and TikTok. And I may add another one myself as well. But as of right now, those are the two that I'm using.
All right, guys. So until next time, stay fit, stay sane.
Change starts with you.
Let's go.
Yeah, we crush it today. Now it's time for the flex. Mind heavy, heart steady. We demanding respect. Fit Sanity, the code. We don't break, we don't bend. Every setback is set up. Every loss is a win. Keep the pressure on your goals. Let it sharpen your aim. Hustle hard.